Well, hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to our day 3 of our this is actually our 6th Get Up and Go challenge. The 6th time we've done over a 30-day challenge. Done a lot of other challenges, but this is the 6th time I'm doing what I call the Get Up and Go challenge. I just was talking about with my Supersize Your Business group that necessity is the mother of invention, and that is why the Get Up and Go challenge was born. It was born because I needed to make sure that I was getting up and going and moving forward in all the chaos and all the craziness that was happening last year. And if I was going to do a challenge, like all my challenges before me, I do it in public. I do it to, number one, hold myself accountable and ensure that I do it. But number two, to hopefully help other people realize that we are always facing challenges. So today, day 3 of our challenge is all about WIIFU. Now, not FU in a negative sense, but for you. And many of you have probably heard of the acronym WIIFM. What's in it for me? And all of us as human beings are always asking the question, what's in it for me? What does this mean to me? What do I need to do about this? Is this important to me, or can my brain just filter it out? But I like to use WIIFU and talk about what's in it for you with respect to doing challenges. What are the benefits of challenges? We're going to talk about what the benefits of challenges are today. Then we'll talk about our tool today, which is your set point. And then we'll have a quick action item for tomorrow. And it'll just be a quick post underneath this video, your answer to a question, and to, what is the most important in it for you thing that is causing you to want to do this challenge, this or any other challenges. Challenges, I am absolutely a challenge addict. I love challenge. Not only am I leading this challenge for the next 30 days, but I'm also doing several other people's challenge. I found I'm doing one about tribes that I thought would be quick and easy. It's a 14-day challenge, and I realized that I missed all the preliminary work. So yesterday I was quickly, in between all my other things, trying to catch up on all the preliminary videos, preliminary assignments, preliminary information that was provided for that challenge. So instead of being a 2-week challenge, it's actually a 3+ week challenge with all of the other bonus material that's there. So I want to make sure that I can absorb all that. Why? Because it's something that I want to improve on and do a better job of in my life. It's a result that I want to get. So what are some of the things, what's in it for you to do challenges? Why should you care? Why do you want to do challenges? Number one, I see them as an opportunity to progress, an opportunity to proactively handle change. Now, if last year has taught us anything, it's that change is absolutely inevitable. And when we think we're exempt or we're immune from any type of change or craziness, things like a pandemic can come along, things that I'd never even imagined in my lifetime, and they can totally upend our entire lives in every area and aspect of our lives. Change is going to happen no matter what. The one constant that we can count on in our lives, all of our lives, yours and mine as well, is that things are always going to be changing. Challenges create change. They create action. They create progress. They create results. They create movement and growth. They're how we achieve anything, right? Is maybe somebody outside of us doesn't challenge us, maybe the environment doesn't challenge us, but maybe there's something inside us that's nudging us to do more, to be more, to have more, to create more, to make a bigger difference or impact in the world. So challenges and change are how we have the opportunity to even create change or challenges or create anything in our lives. They allow us, challenges allow us to have course corrections. We can change our course. We can change our road. We can change our direction. It's an opportunity for us to actually take a deep breath and say, is what I'm doing really consistent with who I am? Does it really align with my core values and my true path and what's really important to me? I had the opportunity in 2010, I had a sudden cardiac arrest, and most people would think, well, dying isn't a good opportunity to change. But for me, it was the perfect opportunity to change, because I finally gave myself permission to look at what I was doing in my life, how I was going, and how things were working out for me. And if you have something like a huge health event or you die, it's a huge indication in your face that you're not going down the right path. So it allowed me the opportunity to have a huge course correction and align with my values and my goals and get back on the right path. It allows you to remember that you're awesome and resilient and amazing and capable and creative and smart, and resourceful, and everything you need is already inside you if you're just willing to let it out, let it shine. Be yourself and be the example for other people. Doing challenges, creating things, having results in your life is the best example, the best way that you can lead other people to creating change and transformation and making a difference in their life. Challenges are like one of the fastest ways to test and tweak and quickly figure out if an idea that you have or a solution that you have is a good one, right? It's a quick way to test and try out different things for your life. And maybe you do a challenge that's like a 5-day challenge and you find out that the result that you get isn't even what you want, but you still learned and grew from doing that challenge. To me, challenges are the fastest, easiest way to get from point A to point B, bar none. They are, if there's a result that you want to get, the fastest way to get there is to know what the result is that you want, have that result or goal in mind, and then challenge yourself to get there. And I break it down and I do one thing every single day to move me toward that amazing result that I want. And so those are just some of my reasons for loving challenges. They're the fastest way to change any area or any aspect of your life, to change any habit, to solve any problem, is by challenging yourself. You don't need other people to challenge you. You can be a self-starter and create challenges for yourself. How do I know? I have done literally hundreds of self-created challenges in every area and aspect of my life. And throughout the challenge, we'll talk about the 7 key areas and aspects of our life and how we apply a framework to it that we install in our subconscious that guarantees we have better results after facing any change or challenge than before. So our tool today is our set point. Every single one of us has what we call a set point, a place where we feel super comfortable and we're set at that point. Think of a thermostat in your home or in your car. If you live in the winter where I do and you have to go out in the cold weather, you want to set your thermostat and have that warm air blowing at you as soon as you get in the car. And heated seats, if you've got those are awesome in Wisconsin. So all of us have a set point, a temperature at which we feel comfortable, amount of money at which we feel comfortable, amount of income, amount of expenses, amount of debt, amount of health, what we weigh would be considered a set point. And if you don't know what your set point is, for example, your weight, step on the scale. That is what your current set point is. If it's different than you want it to be, that is a perfect place to apply a challenge in the SOAP framework. But that works in any area of our aspect of our life. So today, my question is for you, what is your set point? Let's use a scale of 1 to 10 to keep it simple. What is your tolerance for challenges or change? So at the beginning of COVID-19 last year, I talked about what was your set point at the beginning of COVID-19, because for a lot of us, that was an absolute point in time that we could look at and say, all right, before COVID-19, I was this comfortable with my life. My set point was probably a 6 or a 7, maybe an 8 or a 9, depending on how you subjectively judge that for yourself. But as soon as COVID-19 hit and the restrictions started falling into place, and depending on your current situation in your life, how much of it was blown up, immediately determine what your set point was. So let's say, 1 to 1 being, you have all right, let me think about this a minute. 1 being easy, super easy, no problem handling the challenge or the change. 10 being super resistant, really struggling with, having a hard time, not knowing what to do with respect to anything, feeling out of control and just kind of lost would be a 10. So if you're stressed, distraught, resisting, or any of those negative emotions, I guess negative emotions or feelings, that would be a higher number than 1. 1, 2, 3 would be, hey, no problem, just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I got this. And then, 7, 8, 9, 10 would be, yeah, I got some resistance. I've got some challenges with this whole change thing. So this year, we're going to do something a little different. We've all been living with the COVID stuff and all the implications for, since March of last year. So now it's almost a year later, right? We're in February. Now, instead of going all the way back to the beginning of COVID and saying, what was my set point then? Let's look at what was your set point beginning of 2021. where were you at with respect to dealing with change and challenges at the beginning of 2021? And then what's your set point today? What would you say your set point is today? Beginning of 2021, I would say my set point was about an 8. No, not an 8, other way around, 2. It was probably about a 2 or 3. I was feeling pretty good. Challenges changed, been doing them forever and dealing with changes and things. And some things happened in January that I would put my set point at about a 7 right now, a 6 or a 7 at the beginning of the challenge. So today I'm going to say it's a 7. Through January, a bunch of things happened, and I talked about that day one was here were the lessons I learned, and I didn't follow them all. So instead of my set point staying at like a 2 or a 3 where I'm comfortable with change and challenges and I can deal with them all the time, it went up to like an 8 at the beginning of the year and throughout the month of January, so that at the beginning of this challenge, I was at about a 7. I mean, I was feeling pretty resistant, pretty frustrated, and I knew with all certainty that I needed to do another Get Up and Go challenge. I personally needed to hop in and make some changes and get back to my framework and using it every single day, which I normally do, but I let some things tip me over in the month of January, because sometimes we do that. We don't create massive change in our life and just stay there and everything is hunky-dory. When we make changes in our life, we just create a new level of challenges for ourselves, a new level of, people call them problems, but I like to say that they're opportunities, not problems. As we grow and change and develop, the level of the challenges and the changes and the problems that we face that are just different. And guess what? As we grow, we can handle more. So what's your set point right now? Me, I'm going to say I'm at a 7. And I guarantee that it'll be back down to normal by the end of the month and the end of going through this challenge, because I know it will, because I've done it time and time and time again. I'm going to continue to do it, and I'm going to continue to do what I know works for me, and I want to teach that to you and encourage you to do the same. So our tool today, set point, and our action item is just state in the comments below either what your set point is right now, 1 to 10, higher number being more resistant and more struggles, lower number being you're doing fine. Or you can share what is your biggest reason for wanting to do the challenge. What is your biggest hope to accomplish by doing this challenge? What is the biggest benefit to you by going through the challenge? That's it. Have an absolutely awesome day. Any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Sometimes my brain goes off in a different direction than I want it to when I start actually talking online. So have an amazing day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Get up and go.